The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
I don't understand how KP even think he this tall. I'm sorry. I'm moving the wrong way, Jen. Shane ain't tired of my shit. Okay.
I said, yeah, shit, we always tired of you.
You know what? Hey.
Today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it and be happy that Miles can get whatever out of his eye. God bless your eye, Miles.
Shut the hell up. Welcome to the Wild Ground Morning Show. Y'all. We just everybody be Friday. You already know what time it is. It's me, Miles Dixon, a.k.a. Doc Chill, is in the building with the one and only Cam. Damn, Cam.
What up, though?
Damn, Cam.
What up, though?
And the one on the one, the twos, to bring us to you, none other than the miraculous, the graceful, the stupendous,
The demure.
the incredible, the fascinating. Oh, she ain't here.
Sister girl from around the world.
Shan.
Her name is Shanny Shan in the house. Shan Boogie.
Oh, you appreciate her?
She said you can be synonymous for more than one person. Let us.
I done gave you 9
Stop
beautiful
it.
names, except for God, and you want to say you thank her?
She said you. She didn't say Cameron. She said you.
No, she was talking about you.
You means all of you in the room.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Listen, today is a good day.
It is.
I'm talking about.
I was about to say, I know that ain't my phone.
This is mine. It was mine.
Oh.
I was looking at this woman. She's 7'3".
I know. That intrigued you, didn't it?
Yes, I like chopping down trees. Anyway,
She wouldn't want to get chopped down.
it ain't more than pretzel, chop down, same thing.
No.
So-
Climb the mountain. Climb.
I'm not climbing. Wait a minute. That sounds good. Climb the mountain. Anyway, so today is a good day. It's Shanny swore up and down it was warmer today than it was yesterday. I totally disagree. Yesterday I was able to not want to wear gloves. Today I was begging for gloves. I went to get some old socks and just put them on hands.
Well, I'm going to put both of y'all to rest. It's snow and it's cold. And that's all that matters. It don't matter. Because some people's temperatures are different. Some people need gloves. Some people don't. Some people are walking around with no coats on. Some people are walking around with just hoodies. But I know when I came in that door, I almost fell.
Oh, that slippery slip?
That slippery slip. And honey, if I fall, I will be calling Sam Bernstein because I am not the one to be trying to get hurt.
You're like, damn, Sam, this Cam.
Yeah, because they've been around the longest.
Yeah, it was slippery. I'm like, come
They
on.
don't take no case unless they can win it. For sure.
They gonna win it because my ass is gonna go splat. No, I don't want to fall. That's one thing about me. I don't care what people say. You know, some people look for lawsuits.
Yeah.
I don't look for lawsuits because the bottom line is you can get hurt and it can turn into a whole big debacle where you really, really, really get hurt. So I don't even play with the being hurt.
And you don't get nothing.
It ain't about that. It's about a quality of life. You've been trying to be slick and trying to be slick, and you've been slicked yourself into a whole world of problems. So
Most
just
definitely.
stay healthy and don't scheme. Don't try to get nothing for nothing. Just be healthy and you are blessed that God has let you be healthy. So don't take that for granted.
Nothing but nothing, leave nothing. So so I went to go get some gas last night. I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it yesterday because I forgot my little bank card. But I was able to make it. And then I went to go get it last night. It was cold as hell. The guy said, I said 20 on pump 3. He said $20. I said, you know what? Give me $3 on 3 because I'm not about to stand outside in the car. I'm not gonna do it. So
You don't know how to do the pump and get back in your car?
Why would I want to get back out? I'm sorry. It's too cold.
God
We gonna have
bless
to
the
do
child.
it again. We gotta put $3 more in tomorrow.
Hey,
God
that's
is
cool.
love.
I'm cool with it tomorrow. Or I get Pooter to pump the gas. So
That's bold.
she had to learn some way.
She ain't got to learn that when it's cold, you the father, protect your seed.
She's protected. She's gonna be a cold protected child while she's pumping that gas. The way this leg is set up. Hey, Pilot, what up, Calvin? Good morning to everybody who's checking us out on the Rising Ground Morning Show. Don't forget to go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button.
Like it
No. Hit the subscribe button.
and like it.
No. Hit the subscribe. No, I'm not about to do this with you, Cam.
Don't like it, love it. But
So
go hit the subscribe button and go and look at all of our shows that we have. We have a great library of shows for you to look at.
Yes. Shout out to our super producer, Shani Shan. She got a great topic for us today. Do we got a video to go for the topic first? Well, let's watch the video and then we go to the topic. Y'all watching the Rising Ground Morning Show. Don't you touch that damn dial.
We're taught quantity. Women are taught quality. Okay. How many Barbie dolls is a girl gonna have? You might get a black. You're gonna get you the main Barbie because that's what the. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. The main Barbie, and then somebody, mama or a friend or sister, gonna be like, get her a black Barbie. She's gonna have a. She might have 2, right? You don't get her. You might have another kind of doll, but it ain't a Barbie. You gonna have that one Barbie. Barbie might get a boyfriend. She's gonna have a one Ken. You accessorize Barbie. You don't get a bunch of Barbies. You, on the other hand, little boy, Rowdy Piper, Macho Man, Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog. You get the quantity. You get more than one. You got a collection. She's gonna get that one doll. You get a bag of toy soldiers. She gets one little thing. You get a 6-pack of Hot Wheels.
A couple games.
She get a bike. You get skates and a skateboard. And a 10-speed this year, 12-speed if you big enough. Your underwear, right now, grown man, if you ain't going designer, you got 5 in a pack. Her, she always buying 1 at a time. Because it has to be quality, it has to hold up. She gonna buy Penny and her bra. You're gonna go get your wife beater, sir. You're not gonna get it 1 at a time. You're gonna get a pack of 3 to 6. Everything you do is gonna come in an assortment because your mind is engaged differently. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Boy, I'm there.
You sit down for Christmas. You give your girl $20,000. Here you go, baby. Go get some. She been saying how she want clothes and this and that. And you like, 20, she set. Man, she come home with 1 pair of shoes and a bag for 20. You be like, what is you doing? You could have bought, baby, hold on, whoa. You could have bought.
This video.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you talk first.
So
Miles.
the topic of today is men want more, women want better. I do believe that saying. I see where he was going with it.
I see you too.
Because it reminded
Straight
me
to the pit of hell.
it reminded me of a situation. My girl, Shantae. I gave her $10,000.
Shantae Roxanne?
No, her name was just Shantae. I gave her $10,000 to fix up her room to make it her beauty salon, right? And then weeks went by. 2 months went by. I said, what's up with the rest of the room? What's up? You just painted. What's up? She's like, oh, I bought me a purse. I said, you ain't gonna give me the rest of my money back. I said, give me my money, because you ain't gonna finish it. You ain't gonna do nothing. Sure enough, that reminded me of what he just said. But is it true? I don't think so. But I do believe in us saying that men want more and women want better.
Well, I'm going to say when he started breaking down the dolls and the things, Jazier, Young Jock, whoever, his name
Jazier.
Yeah, his name Jazier. I heard it said enough on the show.
That boy turned to a sissy every day. Go ahead.
First of all, we don't have buy one pair of panties. That is not how that works. Our panties come in packs as well. Yeah. And then when we go to Victoria's Secret, you get like 5 for $25 or a certain amount. A woman never buys one pair of panties. That's a lie. Because if you have a bra, you may buy 2 bras, but you're getting 10 pairs of panties, at least 5 pairs of panties to go with each bra. I
totally agree with that.
That's the first thing.
I agree.
Secondly, I don't know who you grew up around.
Evidently.
Every girl that I know, not bragging, but I was blessed. I had more than one doll. I had more toys and I knew what to deal with. And I had some G.I. Joes and played with my brother's cars. So please stop it talking about. So basically he's trying to set it up to say, well, women are used to getting one thing, so thus they can have one man, where with men, we are used to having a plethora. And of course he's talking to the right person, because he's talking to Cam Newton, who can't settle down, won't settle down, is too busy having babies everywhere because he's a selfish motherfucker who don't want to have a home base for a child because he doesn't want to commit to anybody, but he thinks just because he can throw his money around, just like Nick Cannon and a lot of men, and they're going to be, well, my kids are financially taken care of. It's something beautiful when you can wake up in the morning and see your dad every day. It's something beautiful before you go to sleep. You can go to sleep and hear your father's voice. I know that's in a perfect world, but you keep repeating the same behavior over and over and keep leaving these children in broken homes when they don't have to be in broken homes. And it is a choice, and I get it, but I think it's a tad bit selfish. So don't be trying to talk about a man can get 5 presents. Nah, Negro, because when I was growing up, I got 20 presents for Christmas, not one. And then back to what you saying about your girl, Shantae, I don't know who you are or whatever, but my point is,
she was crazy.
She may have been crazy, but she wasn't used to anything. First of all, the Bible says, write the vision down, make a plan, and make it plain. She didn't have a vision written down. She didn't have her contractors lined up. She didn't have her things lined up. So to me, as a man, before I'm going to give a woman $10,000 to get something together, as a man and a leader, you should have said, hey, what is your plan? Why don't you show me? You should have went with her hand in hand and had her show you what she was doing and how she was going to do it before you invested that amount of money in her.
I didn't care about the money. What I cared about.
I do, but I'm saying as a man, as a leader, you should have helped her plan her plan, regardless of what it was.
I trusted her. She said she had one already.
She would have had to show you. Don't get me wrong. That's what's wrong with people. Somebody said, forget somebody said. When I was growing up, if I had a plan, I had to show my mother. She'd be like, hold on.
I wasn't her mother or father.
I'm giving an example. But you were her man.
Yeah.
So you should have.
No, I trusted her.
Anyway, you trusted her because you was doing things. You didn't trust her. She may have been a good person, but she may not have been a great business person. So with that being said, you should have helped her, because evidently Shantae had not had a lot of money before, so she was like, shoot, I can finally get this purse. So maybe if you would have bought the purse first and helped her, then maybe she could have got her shopping.
I would never pay $2,000 on no purse. So I wound up getting my $7,200 back. And I did.
So you an Indian giver?
No, I wound up doing it myself. I got it done. But my point was that sometimes when you have to trust a person when they say that they know what they're doing. And I trusted her. The money wasn't a factor. The money was the easiest thing to give. The hardest thing was for me to take the money back because I had to do it myself still. Shout out to my man D and Jack, who helped me build out the room. I got her chair. When I got her chair, I was like, cool. That's the beginning. She said, perfect. I know where to go. I know the drapes I want and all that. So I'm like, cool. I'm not, as long as I don't get involved with it, I was cool. Because that way she got what she wanted and what she needed. What I don't like to do is see people slave and come. She was coming home from work every day. I hate this. I need to do this. I wish I could hook up the room and make it my own personal
Is she still doing hair?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what she's doing now. But I know she's not doing hair at all.
Shout out to Shantae and Miles using you as an example, but I wish you all the best, Shantae.
Shit. I mean, hey.
Here we go.
What's wrong?
No, not you. I'm talking about Cam.
She went and got that first?
Because him and his thing about the whole purse situation.
Yeah,
I feel like a woman will buy a purse and a designer before she's there to support and be by her man.
That's not true.
I don't think so at all.
And
that's his argument.
I'm gonna say this, as a woman who has lived life for a very long time, you have different types of women. Mm-hmm. If you are a man and you pour into your woman, then like I said, she would not have had the need to go buy a $2,000 purse if that was something that she was used to. That's why you are supposed to be in constant communication. Caller.
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though,
fam?
What up, though, Jay?
Hey, Jay.
Nothing much. What woman? Listen, I support my man in every way possible. And if it had to come to supporting him or going to buy a purse, my support would be there for him first. The purse is still going to be at the store. So I'm not sure where we're going there.
In this case, he gave her $10,000 to fix up her shop that he was trying to help her
room, not a shop,
or her room for something. And I was telling him, instead of them sitting down together having a plan, he just gave her the money, and then she went out and spent $2,000 on a purse, and then he took the rest of his money back. That's what happened.
Yeah, she was immature.
Yeah, I mean, she pretty much was.
So let me, Cam. Let me ask you this, Cam. In the Bible, because I'm not very well versed in the Bible. So in the Bible, how many men in the Bible had more than one wife?
Many,
correct?
Yes, but that wasn't the way God designed it.
Says who?
Says Adam and Eve. He didn't say he made Adam and Eve and Shaquanda and Shaquita. He made Adam and Eve.
Okay.
He gave him one wife at the time.
Two.
Well, we're talking about the beginning of what we talking about before the fall and all the things. It was one.
The fall only happened the next day. The fall.
But no. Let her ask her question. Let her ask her question.
This is my thing. I don't see anything wrong with men having multiple wives, nor do I see anything wrong with women having multiple husbands. I think marriage is what you make it. Everybody is not marrying up under the Christian belief system.
Well, they're not, but the Christian, it's not just a Christian belief system. Some people want to have monogamy and some people don't. So like you're saying, it is a choice. So when people don't want to be monogamous, they don't. And even if they do get married, they don't. So it's just all about you having to talk to the person that you're with and you accepting what they are giving if you know about it. But my thing is, however you do whatever you do, give me a choice. Don't have me out here looking crazy and you talking about we together when we not together and you got somebody else on the side, because like you're saying, at the end of the day, I can go get me a boo too, but then I can go find me a boo who want to be with me all by himself, who just thinks that I'm the sun, the moon, the stars, and I'm what he wants.
Absolutely. I think that people just...
Tell the truth.
People just need to stop robbing people of their
freedom
of their choice. Like I am always telling men who want to get with me, like, hey, if you want something different, you see something different out there that may spark your interest, hey nigga, just come and tell me.
that part.
Come and let me know.
But a lot of times the men don't, because just like with the clip that we saw with Young Jock, if you watch reality TV, he cheat every time. He always with some other woman. He done got married to the woman, and she's still finding out that he cheating. So if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck.
It is a goddamn duck, absolutely. But women, we don't. I don't think that there are. I don't think all men are looking for
promiscuous.
Lord Jesus, I couldn't. I don't think all men are looking. I don't think it's early. I don't think all men are looking for more than one woman.
They can't handle more than one woman, because half the time they shit don't even work. Half the time they just want to be with other women just so it can feel this thing that they have within themselves that make them still feel like a man. Because it's been, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, can I still pull her? Can I still do this? That's why you got so many old men that always are getting younger women that they can take care of. It's not that these young girls are sleeping with them. It's just the idea that she's young. I can talk to her on the phone. She might show me a couple of pictures, and it make me feel like a man because, ooh.
I think it's deeper than that. It goes, and
I can talk to her.
I knew a guy who cheated on his wife strictly because he was able to do for the other one more than he was able to do for his wife. Because his wife's expectations was greater. Sometimes men go for the lower chick because it's the easiest one. If you could buy a woman some lunch and some dinner versus paying 5 sets of bills and a mortgage, it's gonna make them feel. It's gonna make them feel different. I never been in that situation. I just believe that all men are different when it comes down to what people call cheating, because a lot of women don't even consider cheating until their feelings is caught up and involved. WJ said it takes money to have the polygamy conversation. Definitely true. They have to feel financially secure.
Thank you, Calvin. Calvin says he agrees with me.
Okay,
Quality over quantity every day. One of value is worth more than 100. Thank you, Cal.
So yes,
right, Yamina.
So yes, Yamina, he found a weak hole. I mean,
Right.
but here's one thing.
Y'all are crazy. I'm hanging up. I'm listening.
But here's one thing a weak hoe and a strong hoe has in common. They both got a vagina, and that's the problem. And WJ is polygamy. When you're dealing with polygamy is a joint venture for finances too. It's not just it's on a man type finances. Neo is messing that up. So it's just not polygamy is different. I respect anyone who live their life how they want to live it. It's no disrespect, but they always gonna have to answer somehow someday.
Yeah. And with that being said, I feel like just tell people the truth. If you want to live your life however you want to live your life, it's fine. But when you lie, that's selfish. Because you lying because you don't want to let that person go. You don't want them to know because you want to keep them. You don't want things in your relationship to change with them, but then you want to go over here and play with toys.
But as I spoke on Respectfully Speaking yesterday, I said that when women would say, well, if you dating more than one person, I should date more than one person too, right? When people dating and they don't understand the
dating is different.
No, but yes and no, because it's still setting your mindset. When a man or a woman date more than one person, you never really get to know or learn the person who you really want to be with.
You don't, because you're confused. You all over the place. You thinking about what's going on. You been thinking about 2 different people. You be like, that's the same person. No, it's 2 different people.
Well, what I was explaining to him was, like, we have a right and a left brain, right? So 9 out of 10, a woman, when she sees somebody she interested in him, but then it's another person she's interested in too that goes with her left side of her brain. And we be so crazy. We be trying to satisfy our whole brain, and we don't even run but 5% of our brain. So let's go for men and women. So when you date more than one person, you be kind of you be confused, or you have a thing where you feel like you can control one more than the other. And when men date, trust me, we date. I mean, we get involved with different women for different things, just like women do. However, it becomes expensive for us.
Well, I'm gonna say this to you, men. Find you a good woman and talk. This is what's wrong with men and women. Communicate. Because you're going over here finding this other girl and she doing whatever. But if you ask your woman, more than likely she do the same shit. And I think that's why women be hurt, because they like, why he going over there? If he wanted a freak, I'm a freak. But a woman will only be what she thinks that her man wants to a certain degree, because sometimes a woman can get in a relationship with somebody and then they can overwhelm a man, and then she got to pull back because he can't handle all of that. So then you're trying to, it's about finding the balance. And that's why you got to communicate about what you want, what you need. In the beginning. Right. Period. All the time, because shit changes every day. Yes, it does. Because I may feel like today, when you met me, I might have been like, oh, yes, Jesus loves me. But then we got together and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. Hold on. Hey, So my point is you got to always continually communicate. And it's nothing wrong with you saying, I saw something that today. Shoot, I might have tell you I saw something today that I like too. So let's talk.
Call you now.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning, Dorian.
The subject. Kim, I mean, look, check it out. As a master former player, former I was a motherfucker, still is.
That lady mean as hell, she is.
I would just say that your point of view about men is wrong. Miles is right. We look at women differently than y'all look at yourselves, okay? Off the top. Everybody's got a position that you're going to play in our lives. Because one thing, I try to realize this for a lot of guys. I tell dudes, like, if you got a mother, you got an aunt, you got a sister, a friend, whoever, right? You got a lot of different women in your lives. And you got to, all of them equally want something from you. You got to know how to balance all of that. So men have been balancing women, especially if you had grown up with a lot of women in your life. You've learned how to balance different women. So everybody's in a different category. Some of them are for sex. Some are for just, hey, she's my friend. She gonna loan me some bread, or she might give me a massage when my wife won't, right? She might do this when the other chick that will give me the massage would do. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's got a position. If you're a real guy, if you're a real dude, if you're a real man, you'll understand that. But for the lame, the unintended, I'm sorry. Yeah, you might be going out here chasing after every little thing you see, every little skirt. But women even in my life, women still have a purpose. I don't have to sleep with everybody. You know what I mean? But they all know their position with me. And that's you part of my team. That's it. And if they can't get with that program, guess what I'll do? I'll replace you. Sometimes it's like with the mob. It's like sometimes I might open up the books. I might add somebody. It all depends with what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And some dudes, like I said, folks, that's all you living for is the cooch. That's what you're gonna die for is the cooch. I have women in my life strategically. That's how I look at it. And it's not all. I don't even want. Look, matter of fact, keep that, because honestly, you're better off selling it. You're better off going out here and renting it out than trying to lay up in it all day, because all it's going to do is slow your actions up about what I need you to do in the first place. And that's where that pimping come in at. That's all I have to say.
Well, from somebody, I hear what you're saying, and I'm gonna tell you this. I don't look at it wrong, because my father was very much like you are, as far as what you're saying, because my grandfather was a pimp. So I have been schooled and all that. I just don't always say all those things. But my point is, you can find a woman who can be all of those things to you if you play your cards right. Sometimes men don't find these women or a woman who can do these things for you because you so busy being the player from the Himalaya that you don't take the time to get to know that real gem when you find one. That's my opinion of that. But I do understand that men and women do think of things differently. But can y'all handle it if I go get me a team? Because I can.
I mean, but why would you want to go get the team?
But I can. That's not the point. You coming halfway in.
No, and I heard everything.
You can't hear everything. You got no headphones on.
It was right there. I was listening.
Whatever.
So listen.
But my point is, you say you need a team because this one play this position, that. But shit, I could get the whole 5 niggas to play their positions for me too.
I mean,
but the thing is. But that's what I'm saying is it can be done on both sides. But when it comes to that, men can't handle it. They want their woman to be their woman. They don't want their woman to be have her a team because then that makes you inadequate because you're not doing what I need for you to do.
Well, that ain't how God. That ain't
how God what?
That ain't how God created it.
But you can't say how God created it because
I can, like,
there have been queens. She's had concubines. She only had one man. There have been kings. They have had their concubines. They haven't.
I said when I say God created, I'm talking about when God created the wilderness. Women are made a particular way, and men are made a particular way.
Women are receivers, men are givers.
No, not that. It's deeper than that.
No, I know it's deeper than that because I've had these conversations. But my point is,
that's the surface. I tell people like this: if you ever seen a male lion will sit back and let the woman wander and do what she want to do. However, when she's in danger, he approach the both or the two or the three. And he know when to protect the female. And he said, but God created for y'all to have side hoes. It's not just side hoes. These are.
I don't think side women are necessarily hoes. They are just people who want to be loved. They want to have. First of all, I'm gonna say this: relationships are relationships.
There you go. Yeah,
so when you are in your life and you dealing with different people, you have a different type of relationship. My relationship with Shandy gonna be one thing. My relationship with Miles is gonna be one thing. It's relationship is a relationship. So what we really have to stop tripping off of really is people being in relationships with other people. The only thing that needs to be defined is if we are in a relationship, what is the definition of our relationship? And tell me who you really are instead of lying, saying that, oh, you're the only one for me. No, don't say that. Say that, I would respect the hell out of a nigga if he said, I care for you. I like spending time with you, woo, but I got blah, 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 blah over here. Come on now.
Have you ever, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And Shandy, please jump in. Cut your mic on. I think it's number one. So listen, when a man...
Jay said you can't be everything he wants. You can only be what he needs and some of what he wants. Well, that go both ways because the motherfucking niggas can't always. No, let me finish. Guys cannot always be what we want or in everything that we need either.
So don't accept them.
I'm just saying.
So here's what I'm saying. Don't accept I'm speaking for the women because that's what my job is here. Because it's so many times men be like, oh well, I have a team. There's a lot of women out here that have teams too. But then when a woman has a team, then you call them something else. I learned about rosters yesterday. So listen, what I'm trying to say is, rosters. I learned about rosters.
It says, I disagree, Cam. No one will truly respect a man willing to play a second, a third fiddle.
Exactly.
You can't handle the truth, and y'all can't handle the truth either.
See, this is why it don't have to be a man. It can't be a back and forth thing.
It's not a back and forth thing. It's the truth.
No, because you said when a man say something, but men do it too, and then niggas say dumb shit too. Women do it too. The subject matter don't be about men or women. It be about the topic at hand. And what we're saying in essence about relationships is that yes, when men, it's okay for men to be a particular way and for women not to be. Just because a man can do it don't mean a woman should. That's this the same reason why how my father broke it out one day. He said men piss standing up, women piss sitting down. Those are the same process, two different ways. And that's how you have to look at stuff a lot of times. Just because a man can do it don't mean a woman should.
And I'm reading these comments that say side chicks make you love home better. Caller.
So I totally agree with Miles. Just because women can do it, it does not mean that we should do it. I was taught a good lesson by an older gentleman, and it was about women being called hoes, right? And he said what women don't get is a man is dangling up inside of you. You not dangling up inside of a man. You should have more care and concern about how many and who you allow to dangle all up inside your insides.
Yeah, but just because
a woman can't. But listen, hold on, Cam. Hold on.
Go ahead and say what you're saying, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
A woman can't dangle inside of a man. So even though I'm not saying that a man is right having multiple women and these women not know about each other, I'm not saying that that's right. What I am saying is just because a man does it and a woman can do it doesn't mean
she
that
should.
Because that's why men will look at a woman and call her a hoe because of, again, we don't dangle up inside of them. They can stick their dick.
Women
with
are receivers, men are givers. Yeah,
correct.
I get that. But my point is, just because you talking to a whole lot of men, my mother always told me, your best relationships with men are if they never know whether you're a man or a woman. So with that being said, don't sleep with them. Just because you have a relationship with a man does not mean that you have to sleep with them. You can give them things, advice, like the gentleman called in. He said, I got one girl, she might give me a massage. That's just his friend. That's just a relationship. I will never be a hoe because that's just not who I am. So my point is that you cannot, I don't have to have a sexual relationship with you to have a relationship with you. That's all I'm saying. And I think a lot of times, I think a lot of times women be like, oh, well, or people period be like, you don't know the terms of my relationship. That's why in my life, I have a lot of male friends that I am respected by because they have been my friends and they ain't never touched me.
Right.
But they would do they would do anything for me.
Yeah.
Because they know that Cam has morals, Cam has values, Cam is that girl. But they also know that they gonna respect. Like I went to my class reunion, everybody talked about, nobody kicked it with Cam because they didn't. Because I don't piss where I sleep. And so I've always been a woman who is I'm very protective of myself because I am a queen and I do know who I am and I don't sleep around. So therefore, if I do have a man, he is like, guys is looking at him like, dang, you got her? Because I'm that chick that I don't sleep around and I am loyal to a fault to my friends and to whoever I'm with. So you know what I'm saying? So everybody is different. So like when I was reading these comments about like even the side chicks, I never put down another woman because another woman does what she's doing for whatever she's doing it. I put it on the man because he's allowing it. He playing with that thing. He playing with everything.
No, Cam ain't single.
Okay, so no, I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, Cam, and I do get it. Right. But what we need to understand as women is, one, stop comparing ourselves to men.
Yes.
I can never be a man.
I don't understand how we sometimes as women want to do the comparison thing. Well, y'all do this and y'all do that. So
we try to some women try to compete with me, and I don't try to compete with a man because I'm not a man.
We're right.
Yeah, and thank you. And that's exactly what I'm competing. We got to stop trying to compete with these men. And also, not only that, they have a place in this world just like we have a place in this world. And that's it, and that's all. And absolutely, I agree with you, Cam, when you say your relationship is your relationship. Everybody's relationship it's not the same. It doesn't function the same, nor does it look the same. And what's good for you and yours may not be good for me and mine. So I agree there. All right, I'm hanging up.
All right, go back to what WJ said, because this is I used to, listen. Fucking friends be good sex though, especially if y'all cool with no strings. Now, what I've learned was friends that have sexual relationships with each other, they be really good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to go through a thing to where if you wasn't my, I don't even try to talk to like new people, because I don't need no more friends in my life. That's number one. Number two, I just believe like when you do have someone or be with someone, at least they know what you're about and you know what they're about. I mean that's fine, but it's something there for everyone. And I'm not saying friend fucking is for everyone, but what I am saying is, sometimes it is best that you deal with who you know who's going to love you at the end of the day, whether your chin or your eyeball is crooked or whatever. Just be careful on who you proclaim to love you versus who you know who love you.
That's good.
Because the bottom line is when you know who love you, you Gucci. Ain't that what they say in your younger days, Shan? Y'all Gucci.
I mean out with you, friends don't fuck, because I don't do that.
I just wanted to offer a little clarity on what I said and what I meant by team, because really Cam kind of cleared that up a little bit, but I want to expound on that. When I say, and I try to tell this to guys, women are way more valuable as your friend than they are as your lover.
Yes.
And I would say this much: if I had to send a hit squad, right? If it was gonna be somebody that I know that, look, if I put a hit on somebody, more than likely it's gonna be a female that's gonna come get you.
There you go.
I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's what I mean by my team. I deal with women literally exclusively as far as my business and in my personal life. Now, in my personal life, I'm like, I don't listen. That's what I'm trying to tell dudes. At the end of the day, one thing I learned from pimping was, all that fucking, man, stop all that shit, man. I mean, if that's what you need, it's not necessary at all. And all you really listen, I'd rather have a loyal female companion that will look out for it.
Right.
It don't necessarily be anything like I have different situations going on. Like, hey, could you go handle that for me? Oh yeah, no problem, D. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it ain't about no relationship. And I've garnered that mentality because, like I said, my relationships expand the family because I have a lot of women in my family. Mm-hmm. Right? Got a lot of friends. I mean, them actually. She know one of my personal friends, and she, you know what I'm saying? Hey, no, I'm not sleeping with her. I don't need to sleep with her, but I got her respect. Matter of fact, she probably loved me better than the nigga she fucking.
Exactly.
And that's what I said. You could be the respect is so different. When you don't, and when you never cross that line. And those are the best relationships to me, is the ones where you never cross that line, but it's just that mutual love. It's that real love and respect, because it ain't got nothing to do with the panties of the dick.
Well, you know what, too? And it also has a lot to do with the man himself. As I tell guys all the time, get out here, date as much, get all that stuff out your system. So when you mature enough, you'll understand, and they become assets than you just chasing, or you just I gotta have her, and you the one chasing. I don't want to be the one chasing. I have people calling me for certain reasons, for certain things, but not because of that. You know?
Right.
So, that's all.
Thank you, Dorian. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorian. So he gets me. Dorian gets me. I love him.
I mean, anybody, listen, if you listen, they'll get you. If they listen, they'll get you, Cam. It's just that different people think different ways.
Yeah.
Bottom line. And you can't knock nobody for what works for them.
And at the end of the day, a nut is a nut is a nut. But let me finish with my comment, please.
Okay, sorry.
But a nut is over. When it's over, it's over. So I'd rather have you as my friend and be muddying in the waters and be having you following me around talking about, I love you. No, ain't what I was trying to do. But
wait a minute. What makes you think you won't love him back, though? That's crazy. I'm just saying. I mean, listen.
Didn't I just tell you my granddaddy was a pimp?
Yeah, but just because your
I got
granddaddy.
pimp blood. I got pimp blood in my body, so I don't know. I'm a little different.
I got pimp blood all through this motherfucker, but one thing I learned how to do it is use it through a whole different way and
That
look
part.
at it from
Me too.
a
But I'm
different
just saying,
perspective.
first of all, I love me. I respect me, so I'm always going to love me, respect me, and carry myself as such. So, I joke and say, that, but it is the truth. But I know that I can't be a man, and nor have I ever tried to be in that capacity because I'm not. But I like being soft, and I like being loving and kind and all the things that a woman is. But don't play with me. But, yeah. But Jarice says...
What? Jarice? Who is Jarice?
Jay Sharice.
Okay. I'm like, who's Jarice?
She wished she was with us this morning. She laughing. WJ said, we can't have that discussion. Jim Animal said, what up, though, fam?
Hey, Q.
What up, Q? Which Q is that? Lewis?
Said, Cam got that pimp juice.
I forgot you called him Q. He got 3 names. John, Q, and Jim.
It said, Renee Drake said, this matter is clickbait. Never going to get nothing out of this because most is going to be who they want. Yeah.
That's true.
Now read the line for me backwards. P.S. I had some good weed this morning. Well, we glad you had some good weed.
Better want women, more want men.
Do we have another clip?
Yeah, we got another clip.
Let's see what these folks are saying on the tiki-taki.
Oh, I hate TikTok.
Fellas, listen to me. When it comes to a real woman, and let me state that again, a real woman that's about character, substance, she doesn't look for perfection. She doesn't fall for perfection. She falls and she opens up her heart and her spirit for certainty, for assurance. It's like this, a woman's heart is like a bridge suspended over deep water. It holds weight only when the cables are tight and the anchors are set. You got to understand that women are built to thrive in uncertainty. It doesn't mean that they make all the best decisions. It's just a psychological thing. It's just how they're created and wired. But certainty speaks to the deepest part of them. It's the part wired for survival, for safety, for building something real. When you hesitate as a man, when you send mixed signals, you don't just confuse her, you destabilize her. You make her question herself, doubt her worth, and second guess everything she thought she was feeling. And over time, that wears her down emotionally and spiritually and mentally and even physically. Her nervous system starts associating you with anxiety instead of security. And once that happens, it's almost impossible to undo. But let me tell you something, when you're clear, as a man, when you're direct, as a man, when you're present, as a man, when you say, I want you, and you back that up with actions, you give her a place to rest emotionally. And this opens her up like never before. You become a source of peace instead of confusion. And trust me, in a world where most guys make her feel replaceable, a man who makes her feel chosen is unforgettable. Women don't want puzzles to solve. They want presence. They can feel. Mystery fades, but emotional safety sticks. So stop texting, asking if you should call. Just call. Stop wondering if you should move. Just move. Stop giving her breadcrumbs and start giving her clarity. Because in a world full of hesitation, a man, a real man with direction becomes the one she can finally exhale with. And once a woman feels safe with you, man, she'll give you the version of herself no one else has ever seen, or no one else ever gets to see.
Yeah, that shit was poetic, but that was it. Listen, the bottom line is...
We like the way he said it, though.
Yeah, I bet you did.
He spoke to my poetic justice side. Lord, yes, my young brother.
He spoke to the bullshit. Listen.
No, he spoke to...
Let's just say he was 100% correct, right?
He was correct to some degree, but it's other side. It's more to it.
And it's very much fantasized on what he was speaking.
It's romanticized, and a lot of times that's what women want to hear, the romanticized.
Here.
That's what I just said. I said it. Excuse me, I'm talking.
I was agreeing.
Caller.
Mark said. Hold on, Mark. Go ahead, read what Mark said.
I can't see it.
Caller, you in there?
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Hey, man.
I'm feeling like that video. Well, man, he left out. He leaving it. His context need to be added to that because all of that is cool. You can give all of that, but the woman has to be emotionally available and emotionally intelligent first before all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very true. Very true.
I was gonna say that. Go ahead.
You can be that. You can be the greatest. You can be be all of that. But if she ain't mature enough mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that, none of it's gonna pan out.
Very true. I'm definitely with what you said 100,000%. This is what I'm talking about picking your mate before you get into all of that protection and all that. When you learn a woman, you have to learn all of her and not some of her.
Yes.
You can't learn
all of her.
You just can't learn the part that you like or want the most. I always ask people like, what's your flaws and what's your faults? And when they don't know the difference, I really be in question of them. But you have to really know. And I tell women, ask a man, what's your flaws and what's your faults? Because the things that he's not willing to admit is the things that's going to hurt you the most.
You're correct.
That's true.
So we have to really think about the relationship that people have with God, and the relationship they have with God. If it don't show up, it ain't gonna show up when you're at home or when you're in the bedroom.
Well,
none is gonna show up, and the relationship is not the church. So let's clear that.
First of all, when you said what you said was very powerful. If he don't have a relationship with God, it is not going to show up in any area of his life. He's going to be confused. He's going to be all over the place because he has no direction. And another thing that I'm finding, if a man doesn't have a relationship with God, I'm sorry.
Appreciate y'all.
And also have other men, strong, good men in his life that he can confer to and talk to, that's huge. If you with a man and he don't have nobody to talk to, or uncle or daddy or nobody, that's deep.
Yeah.
He needs some direction.
I'd say the same thing about people with mentors. Caller, you're there.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning, good people. How y'all doing?
What up, Dochi?
What up, Doe? Hey, I agree with what the last brother said, man. It sounded like that clip, like dude was talking about broken women.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And until a person fix themselves, you could do everything he said, and that shit ain't gonna matter. It's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think again he made it more romanticized the way he was talking.
Yeah, I think it's the music.
Romanticized it like it's all you got to do, and then it's that. No, man. Like Miles just said, you got to dig in, ask them deep, serious questions, find out what I guess the issues are, or are there issues?
What are some deep, serious questions that you would ask a woman?
When I ask, I ask shit like, what's your relationship like with your father?
Yes.
I ask shit like, have you been raped before?
Yes. Yes.
I ask those type of things because, like, those things, you know, if you've been there or where you're in an abusive relationship before, things like that. Those are things I really care about, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when you're going to have to start breaking down walls and things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Remodeling that motherfucker.
Yeah, you know, but I think what he said, it goes for men and women.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of men that's in marriages where they feel like they ain't been heard since they put the ring on the finger. You know what I'm saying? And they shut down. And now they just going to work, coming home, paying the bills. Ain't no nothing. And sometimes that's not, and then that leaves the man out, right? Which comes back to the topic. it's not that men always want more. Well, we don't always want more cooch, you know, or more women. We might want more peace.
More attention. Yeah.
We might want more home cooked food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
More affection.
Yeah.
More affection. More listening to me the way I listen to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
More of understanding that I'm a person also, and that I have emotions too, and not downing me for having emotions or feeling a certain type of way about something.
There you go, G.
See?
That's good.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gone.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Those questions, questions that I'm 50 plus, right? So if I was dating and I'm 50 plus, I would have to ask more than 4 questions because I just need to know, like, where your daddy at? You know what I mean?
Did you grow up with your father?
Did you grow up with your father?
Did you grow up with your mother? My thing too is, what type of mother did you have? Because there's a lot of men who have had narcissistic mothers who did not love them, who only thought about themselves.
Definitely
and
should be a question
now,
that women ask.
A lot of women really into their women's social clubs and not really trying to, that's their whole life. They got married. That was their life before they got married, and the women who check off the boxes.
Yeah. Call you on there.
Hey, good morning. Sorry to be turning this down.
What up,
rolling here. How are y'all today?
What up, though, Renee?
How are you?
Man, I'm just over here laughing, and I've already said I am the worst dater. It's official.
Why
I'm the worst.
Why you the worst dater?
Just because I just didn't want to let go of a past thing, so that's why.
Yeah.
And that's and mine's just to give a quick, it's out of grief and all of that, blah blah blah, all of that, blah blah blah. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm ready now. I'm ready like Tevin. I'm ready. I'm ready now. But here's the thing. I'll just be like, I've been listening to these type of conversations for years now, so that's why I put clickbait on there, right?
Right.
Because I don't know. I remember like growing up as a kid, as a teenager, right? When you first like in love and all of that good stuff, it never was women this, men that, boys this, boys that. It was, if I like you, we'll figure it out. And as we get older, it's more of women this, women that. Goddamn. Go put your head in the sand. And for women and men, like, go put your head in the sand and go think about who you are. Because guess what? You really attract
who you are.
Really attract who you are. And once you like for real heal yourself, you'll get some of that. You might not get the perfect one, but you ain't perfect. Right. You are not perfect.
Right.
So I don't understand this. And if one do wrong, guess what? It is a million of them out there in the sea. You just might have to go a little bit further to get something that you like a little bit more.
Listen,
and then also forgiveness.
Forgiveness,
we deal with
right?
People who are not perfect. We have to learn how to forgive people and talk about why this happened. Because, like me, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. You hurt my damn feelings. I'm out. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, and as you should.
But as I grow older and I look back, like you were saying, over relationships, I'm like, maybe I should have talked that through. Maybe we could have worked that out, because if you with somebody and 5% of them is bad, but the other 95%, you gotta weigh the options. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
because there is no perfect person.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Renee.
Y'all.
Thank you, Renee.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I'll be very honest with you. What Dub J said.
What Dub J say?
He said his mother dead, 30 years, abandonment issues. I have very much abandonment issues, right?
Childhood trauma.
But what I've learned, though, that if you can, I know 4 women right now in my life, right? From 1 to scale to 1 to 10, they all are 9s. But they're missing one thing that I would say that they're missing, right?
Oh, what's that?
No, I mean I'm just saying.
We're talking.
It's one, she don't like to wear heels and stuff, right? So that kind of like it's a thing for me, right? I have another person who don't like to cook. You know what I mean? I'm talking about these are not women that's in my life like we having activities right now.
However, yeah.
But I'm just giving an example. But I would take that 90% all day long. I can accept a woman coming with 90% all day long.
And see, yeah, because it's
You know what I mean? Because those certain things, I know how to cook, so I'm not worried about the cooking. You know what I mean? The heels ain't even the thing for me. You know what I mean? But
it's like compromise. What are we gonna work together to do? If I know that you cook for me, and then I look at you and you sick or you don't feel good or you can't get it together today, then I'm gonna bring home a pizza, or let me cook before I go to work, or let me just do simple things.
Let me finish right quick. But I was also in a relationship where she knew I was trying to stop to eat meat, right? So she only got 3 dishes that she would cook for me with no meat in it. And I was like, damn, you can't, really work with me for real. And it's like, she had a son. So it's like, I don't want to cook twice. You don't have to cook twice. Make mine with no meat and make his with the meat. And to her, that was stupid. So what I realized that when it's time for change, I didn't want to get to the point where I'm trying to change to fight for my life. I was trying to prevent the part where I have to fight for my life.
Right.
And she didn't understand that. But now when she's fighting for her life right now, she's like, damn, I should have stopped eating meat when you told me to. She's like, because the first thing the doctor told me was like, I'm going to have to come off of eating meat. And she was like, all I heard was your voice talking about, see, I told you. But when she told me, I didn't say, see, I told you. I said, knowing we wasn't designed to eat meat. So bottom line, it don't even make sense. And I was trying to explain that to her when I was going through what I was going through. My weight wouldn't come down for nothing in the world no matter what I do, right? But then I realized I got introduced to fasting. I was like, I need to fast more. You know what I mean? So for the next month and a half, I'm going to go on a fasting situation.
Better fast then.
Yeah. So that's biblical. Hey, y'all think
Calvin said the trauma is a reason for behavior, not justification. To keep doing so those who had no part in it. Forgiving is cool, but that trauma has to be called out consistently and kept accountable. Yes. Yes, Calvin. I love Calvin.
Yeah.
He's my guy.
Calvin dope. So it just so Shanny, what'd you think? Wow. Okay.
Shanny's like, I'm just listening.
She came up with a damn topic. Anyway.
I know, but that's what masterminds do. They put stuff together and then they sit back and say. I love the fact that sometimes we don't always have to talk, and I think that Shanny is just sitting here and absorbing all the information, which is a G thing to do. So go on, G Shanny.
Shanny start with a C. Anyway, so not no G. Renee said I can't wear heels, but I will from the bedroom to floor. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about because I'm falling. I get that, but that's what I was saying. I come from a older version of men. Like I think women wearing heels while having sex. Yes, I think that's some sexy shit.
Well, get her some clogs. Get her so why can't she have some combat boots on? Same effect. Just let her.
No, it's not. But at the same time, but it's
you paint. Get some combat boots and paint it to look like a heel. You won't know the difference.
That's crazy. I will because I have to hold the heels. Never mind. That's another story. Jay Jerry said, explain more on the consistency.
Seeing accountability. First of all, people need to go to damn counseling. That's the consistency and accountability. So therefore, when people go to counseling and start talking about these issues that they have, they need to, even if you with your partner and he doesn't, you need to talk about the trauma. Talk about how far into the trauma he is, how it affects him, how it affected him then, how it affects him now. If it's something that is affecting him now, then he needs to go talk to somebody about how he can be accountable for the trauma that he's going through, how he can find solutions to those problems.
There you go, Dub J. So listen, I agree. But I don't believe counseling because nowhere biblically that you seek counsel, but you don't need counseling.
Well, when you go to counsel, what counseling does is you do all the work. It tells you what you need to do for you. So really, if you quiet yourself, get quiet with yourself, And I think plug into your source, which to me is God's word. You don't have to be a Christian,
I know that's right,
but you got to plug in. You got to have a source. You have to have something that you can go back to.
Call you on there.
Okay.
I was just about to, Jay Sharice, damn it, you called in. Go ahead.
Okay, so the part that I'm talking about is he said that it has to be called out consistently and kept accountable. I'm confused on that and maybe it's because of how I'm taking it. So when I read that, I am taking that I have to call your bullshit out in so many words on a constant basis. Who the fuck wants to sit there and hear that shit all day? Because I know the fuck I don't.
You shouldn't. What I was saying about,
I think when it comes up.
No, just when it.
Good morning, Jay.
First of all, how about this? And I'll be very honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in long-term relationships, fortunately and unfortunately. I have learned that when a man feel like when he's not up to par and he's not doing his part, I love what Michelle Obama has said about Barack. She said a lot of days I bought 70% and he only bought 30%. And she was talking about energy. She wasn't talking about financials.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing about when you are in, but she said, but I knew everything about him before we got married. I knew about this, I knew about this, I knew about that girl, I knew about this. And people have to just understand that people will constantly be people. People will constantly meet newer people. And newer people will remind you of older people. And older people remind you about the old bullshit newer people remind you about the old bullshit that happened to you too. So the thing about checking yourself and knowing who you are is knowing like, okay, I already know she's going to piss me off. So instead of getting pissed off, how about I approach this with flowers? How about I approach this with a poem? The first time I wrote my lady a poem and told it to her over the phone, she sat up there and cried. She said, my God, nobody never wrote me a poem. Right?
So basically, it's like ministering to their trauma. You minister to their hurt. You know, if you know that he used to get his behind beat, so if he hear a loud noise, it go bang. So when you know that you hear the bang, then you curtail the situation. Hey, baby, how you doing? Oh,
okay,
and, you
so
know,
that's what he meant with
redirect.
That. Okay,
yeah.
Because the way I took that, I'm like, what you not gonna do? And what I cannot say is you throwing my flaws in my face.
No, what you
several times in a fucking day.
No,
but see, who the fuck wants to hear that?
But that's why we have to make sure we don't match energy.
Yeah.
We live in a world where people tell us, well,
shit.
you got to match energy. No, you don't. Sometimes you have to be gentle, like a lamb.
Yeah.
If you know that man is going through and he having a moment, you have to take it down a million notches for him.
It's too
so that y'all can.
Right.
Yeah, because I can tell you, if you keep coming to me, if somebody keep coming to me with their flaws and what I do wrong, and you do this wrong, you do that wrong, you do it's wrong. In my head, it's like, well, then get the fuck away from me. Then if I'm always so fucking wrong, get the fuck away from me. Then.
So what I'm saying is, what I would do, I take your flaws and turn them right. Yeah. So like if I know you're a person who's going to burn the food all the time, right? I give you something that you really can't burn, and I'm gonna be right with you. Come right behind you, start stirring that pot with you. It's just certain things in real life that people have to subdue before it even happens.
Because sometimes people can have a lot on their mind. That's why dinner's getting burned up.
Right.
Or they trying to do laundry and cook and 5 million different things. And so you can't do everything. You have to sometimes focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I just say, I'm the type of person, I can see stuff wrong, I can see stuff with whatever, and I just won't say anything.
Well,
because sometimes everything don't need to be said. If you see him come in the house and he slammed the door, what you slam the door for? I'm not asking that question, because first of all, maybe he couldn't get the door closed. I know it's not his normal.
Yeah.
So then when he comes in, I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch him and I'm gonna say, hey, you want some coffee? Is this something that you need? Or I'm gonna give him a few minutes to get
good?
Yeah.
Something.
No, well, I would never suggest to ask people, I don't care, man or woman, are you good? Because that's when they go to ramble out, no, I ain't good. And then it's shit you ain't ready for or shit you cannot solve.
But that's why I think that when people first come home, I give a moment.
Yeah.
If I'm in a room, I'll walk out of the room. I'll go find me. Sometimes I'll find me something to do. Or if I'm gonna sit on the couch, if he decide to come in and sit on the couch with me, fine. But if he don't, go ahead and get whatever you need to get out of you before you come in here with me.
I had a friend that came to visit me, and later in the day, and she like, Miles, what I'm gonna do about a jealous man? Every time I go somewhere, I can't help who I am. I said, but what do you do for him when y'all together? Not that, I mean, people wave hi to me, give me hugs and stuff. I said, so you just have him just next to you while he receiving hugs from all these people? I said, what you do, and ladies, no disrespect to you.
Introduce your man.
Hold on. They know who he is, but the whole thing is to make a man feel good too, before he walk in that door. I said, you make sure he's straight before y'all walk in that door.
Hold his hand.
If y'all get my drift.
He done got his dick sucked in the parking lot.
There you
go.
Fucked up. There you go.
I'm passing the phone to G now. Hold on.
I'm about to say, you ain't got to do all that.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you this. If you get that man some head before he walk in that room.
I am not messing up my lipstick. Go ahead.
but if you get that man some
head.
head.
You got lipstick in the purse.
There you go, G.
You can get that right back out.
Get off the phone. Hold on, G. But you're right. But I'm telling you, get that man some head before he walk in that door. So when he walk in that door, I don't give a damn who he looking at. He's like, they didn't get what the fuck I just got. You know what I mean? I'll be very honest with you. And the same thing for the man. If the man is important.
You mean the same thing for a woman? Huh? He can give her head before she walk in the door.
That's what
yes, he can. I mean, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Again, I'm not talking about that.
Am I right?
No.
You just talking about what he need. What about what I need?
God, because y'all,
it should be about
what they need. Right. They both.
Oh, now you want to talk? Get off the damn
microphone. Go ahead, Shanny. That's why she's sitting back.
Go ahead, G. Go ahead, G.
Thank you. I wanted to comment on. I saw somebody comment and said that the women who are victims of SA are have the hardest walls to break down, or impossible, or some kind of like that. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with that. I do agree that some of them do, but it's all about the steps they've taken after. I'm gonna tell you this, and it's a sad fact of my life. I don't know a woman who hasn't been sexually assaulted in some way, right?
That's crazy. Yeah, I understand.
Thank you, Jay.
I had a girlfriend. She was molested when she was 5 by her father.
Wow.
She was a pleasant person to be around because from 5 to when I met her at 19 or 20, I forget how old we were, she had done that. Her mother had done the work by taking her to counseling, therapy, things like that, and different things. So it's all about what happens after. And another female, she was date raped. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That didn't just make her bitter, hate men and stuff like that. And I knew her before the date rape, and I also knew her after the date rape. She was the same person. She just knew not to sit her drink down no more and things like that. And I accredit that to her having a strong father and male presence in her life from birth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. My ex-girlfriend, roughly about 6 years ago, we over there for Christmas, and she been raped by this guy since she was 9 years old till she was like 19. And then this is a person who really damaged her life mentally, right? With trust in me and her promiscuity and everything. And she went to actually introduce me to this man. And man, I pulled my hand back. While he was trying to shake my hand, I put my hand back. I said, hey, hi.
And she was, what get me is he is in the house with the family, because if you did
wait a minute. Her mother is the one who, her mother knew
Fuck that. Oh, excuse me. My mother wouldn't have known because my mother would be in jail.
Wait a minute, but let me explain something to you. How money and security and the thing that women look for the most block their love or guard their money and guard their bag. There's a lot of women who knew that their children has been molested but stayed with the man for security.
Fuck that.
Very true.
I get it, but no.
Well, hold on.
I mean, and then for you to be grown, and then I gotta still look at you in your face.
Yeah, but no, put it up. I didn't see it.
Oh, she talking about the other thing. She ain't talking about this bullshit. She said, because now his mind may go crazy if I'm late, thinking I'm out here giving super head. That was funny.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I agree with her. She said, I don't know, y'all. You gotta come with high confidence and self-esteem. And she was like, she was like, head to build confidence. And I agree with her, because what? Yeah,
well, the reason why I told her not to head to build the confidence, but sometimes, again, the type of man you pick all depends on what you wanted at that time. Most women pick their man at that time. They don't pick their man for the future. Because the future is not seen, time is seen, and when
I just can't get over the fact that I'm not gonna let a man have sex with my daughter just because he can take care of me.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit.
I know it's bullshit, but it happens all the time.
Well, I'm glad that wasn't my reality, because, like I said, murder, death, kill.
But your mother and father was together.
My mother and father got divorced, but my mother didn't have. But the thing that I always admired about my mother is that when my parents got divorced, she ain't had no men around us.
Well, see, you got to realize, one, I say it and I say it again, every man is different. Like every woman.
That's why she was
different.
by herself. But she did what she had to do, but she wasn't having no man around us.
She did the best thing that was for her at that time.
And her children.
So most people don't do what the best thing for at that time, because their time is like like your mother look at the future. A lot of women and men don't look at the future.
I just can't see a grown man sexually assaulting my daughter, and I'm just sitting there letting it happen because he can provide me a roof over my head. That's bullshit.
I mean,
and I don't care how you look at it and how you can say.
I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to say that you got to realize, you have to realize, and people have to realize that everybody don't approach the attacker the same way. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He might be raping her at night. I ain't talking about the daughter. I'm talking about the mama. So everybody gonna get it at that house, as far as she may be concerned. If she got to go through it, everybody gonna go through it.
Not your child.
Of course not. I'm not giving no excuse about that.
Okay, so you shook his hand. Let's talk about something else.
Wow, shit. Come on, Cam.
Because it's stupid. I'm not ever going to agree with a woman sacrificing her. I ain't saying you agreeing. I'm just saying I'm very passionate about a woman sacrificing her child, knowing that her child is getting SA, and then you come in the door and say, hey, yeah, this is so-and-so. Yeah, I was hitting both of them. That's stupid. That's crazy as hell to me.
Welcome to the world, because the world is like that.
My world wasn't like that, and I thank God for it.
Your world is not based off of everyone else's.
I understand that. I just think that it's sick for her mother to stand there and for her even to introduce you to this man. I wouldn't even want to be around it.
Listen, I wasn't. Trust me, I drew my hand back. I'm like, oh, yeah, pleased to meet you. No, and I said, come here. Why you introduce me to that nigga? The nigga that fucked your mind up? So people have to understand that everybody thinks differently, and they think it's okay just because they survived it. That's all. Carly on the air.
Hey, Cam.
Yes.
I know a young lady who father's best friend molested her from a little girl up until her teenage years, right? Mother and father are married, have been married, and still are married. This young lady, she was very promiscuous, and she was a very, very heavy drinker. And I decided one day, because she came to work drunk, and she was, her lips was a little bit more loose, and what had been happening to her, I kicked it with her to like, what's really going on? When I found that out, I was like you, I was appalled. And I'm like, well, did you tell your dad? And she like, my father will be in jail. I cannot have my father not with me. So no, I never told. To the point where she is in her, let me see, I am 50. So this young lady is about to approach 40. And from my understanding, she still has not told. And every holiday and every get-together, that man is standing right there with her father. So it is very easy for us to say, hey, why she ain't said nothing yet? And I was one of the ones like, girl, you are crazy as fuck. You better tell your parents, yada, 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 you know, let your daddy know. And her whole thing was, my father will be taken away from me because he will kill him. So she was willing to go through this discomfort.
It's sad that kids think.
This man.
It's sad to say that you think that would happen and that your father would kill him and all the things. It is sad that she would think that, but it's a catch-22, and that's what gives the abuser the power over you, because he just looking at you like, yeah, and it's nothing you can do about it but continuously be tormented by it.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for her.
When I was a teenager, I had a friend, her mother had a boyfriend, and she was never to be left alone with him. She never was. So one day she was at home, you know, getting ready to go somewhere, and he came home, and she's taking her shower or whatever, and he came in the bathroom and was like, and locked the door. And when he came in the bathroom and locked the door, he came out, unlocked the door and said, you go in the bedroom and lay down. And she looked at him like, well, what are you talking about? He said, go in the bedroom and lay down. So she was 15. She was afraid. So she went and did what he said. So then he was getting himself together to get ready to assault her. And she said, I got to pee. So when she went in the bathroom, he wouldn't let her take nothing with her. So she went in the bathroom and climbed out the window, butt ass naked. She went and ran to a neighbor's house. They let her in. They told her what happened. Come to find out, the guy had been in jail for raping people multiple times. He had a record of doing that. And when she went to court to tell her mother did not stand beside her. Her mother stood by that man. And so my girlfriend ended up living with her grandparents. Her and her brother were raised the rest of the way by her grandparents, but she stood by that man. So I just think we live in a world where things are unfortunate and unfair. And yes, so in some instances, the parents stand by the accuser and not the child.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's nothing.
Yeah, Kim, I know.
The thought process is
of a family.
crazy.
It is. I know of a family whose mom was a crackhead. And I'm not making any excuses, but she had 3 daughters. She sold all 3 of her daughters for crack to drug dealers. So, it like you said, unfortunately, it does happen out here. But I would just like to say to WJ, all women that have been assaulted, we, as G said, some of us have done the work to get past it. So those walls that you're talking about that we have up, yeah, we have those walls up until we do the work. Right. And once we do the work, we have an understanding that everybody is not that person that did that to us. I was someone that was sexually assaulted. I was someone that has been also date raped. I was someone who also have been molested. And we all are not still trying to heal. A lot of us have already healed.
Yeah,
Amen.
And thank God for that. Because like I told my daughter, I asked my daughter all things. She was like, Dad, I'm like, I need to know. And I need to know now. No. But it was a boy in school that touched me and said, where did he touch you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I went up to that school one day, and I swear to God, every time I walk in her school, her teachers be like, hey, Mr. Dixon, how's everything? I'd be like, everything's cool. When I say, oh, it's about to get better, they know, like, call the police, call somebody to the office. We need more men in the office, because I don't play when it comes to my daughter. Because I tell my daughter, tell me when you've been touched. I remember when she was 6, she told me, Daddy, I've been touched. I was like, who? And she's like, it's at school. It was a 5-year-old boy, but still, I wanted to beat his ass. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I definitely understand. My daughter's teacher thought that my daughter was doing something to herself in the bathroom, and she walked in the stall, and that made my daughter afraid.
Yes.
So I had to get up there on that teacher. Like, why the fuck would you even walk in the stall on her? Like, what is you doing? What was you trying to look like? Yeah. So I get it, but I'm past my time, y'all. I'm hanging up.
All right, then. Thank you, Jay. Hey, look, these conversations get deep. I'm not gonna lie.
They do.
Because Bria said unpopular opinion, but some children lie. Yes. Very true. But again, I can only speak from things I've seen. That's a very true statement. There's two things that get a man killed fast.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
From a daughter.
Yes.
I swear to God. There's nothing to even say about it. You know what I mean?
It's nothing you can say, period. Or a son. Ain't a child, period. And that's why it is so important to teach your children, do not lie. Because your lie could cost somebody their life.
But let a little girl say something to her father about another man touch. Oh my God, it ain't nothing else to talk about. To either we in handcuffs or in jail. The lady gonna call out. What she say? This lady gonna call me out on the phone. Her name is Jay Charisse. So listen, today conversation is good. It has been good. We had no breaks. Did we break?
No.
We didn't break. So that. They love him.
Okay, there go that break. It's 11 o'clock, y'all, and y'all been rocking with us since.
Y'all been rocking with the best. Shout out to. I would like to say this, and I got to say this from the bottom of my heart. Shout out for podcasting Breaking Barriers. Netflix has adopted 8 new podcasts on Netflix. I really think there's cheating podcasts though, because they popular. It ain't like they giving no new people a chance. But shout out to Netflix. Yamina says some children do. But some children do lie, but know your children. Yes, true. Know the situation you put your kids
children,
in.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I agree. But when they 4 or 5, you see red. I'm sorry. It ain't no.
Right, you see blood.
Right, you be like,
ain't no red.
You be like, I'm going there.
That's why I used to always talk to my children and be like, don't nothing go in your mouth that ain't fried, frozen, or chocolate coated you can't chew up and swallow.
Yeah.
No grown person is supposed to kiss you in your mouth or on your face. And don't ever put anything in your mouth that you cannot chew up and swallow. And if somebody ever touches you, let me know.
Most definitely. Let me know.
Let me know.
Thank you. Made me sound better, Cam. Listen, so anybody who has, I want to start this coming into the new week, starting next week. We're gonna have favorite mom. Who's your favorite mama? And just type in the story on our website, on the Rise and Grind Morning Show, and or on podcasting, and let us know who's the best mother out here. And we want to see. And they win some prizes at the end of the month.
Of the month of February?
The month of every month.
Okay.
Every month we gonna give to for the favorite moms. Just Pamela Parker, you cannot be in this one because we already know Shandy gonna put you in on the favorite mom tip. Shout out to everybody who still have their mother who's able to love on them, hug on them, kiss them,
and happy. Not happy, but we lost my grandma, 102 years old, but we are rejoicing because she is definitely in heaven because she knew God, and her secret to her success to live that long was she had a great relationship with God. She was kind to everyone, and she loved everyone. Truly. So watch the posture of your heart. Watch the posture of how you speak. Watch the posture of how you deal with people. Because one thing I could say, it was not one. We could see a homeless person, a kid with snot run down their mouth, and she'd be like, I love them. She always loved everybody. Understand, we have to love our brothers and sisters and the people that we see and the people that we don't see because they are us.
There you go.
They are the you inside of them, and you are the you inside of them, and that's what makes us all human.
Even though it's not a you in the word them. Go ahead.
So let your first thought Let your first thought be love when you're dealing with anybody. Love, 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 love. And that's the legacy that she left us as a family, is she loved God first and she loved her fellow man. And so with that being said, love. And be kind to everyone.
Be kind. And don't forget, Pancakes and Podcasts is going down February 14th. That is the second Saturday of February. I know it's Valentine's Day, so we bringing in love. We talking about love. February 14th, Pancakes and Podcasts, the network with the podcasters. We're going to have a young lady speaking about legalizing your business.
Yes.
Darnitha, she's going to be there representing Legal Shield. I'm publicly going to say this. I made a, not false, but I jumped too far ahead of myself by trying to get the podcasters together so they can have their own legal thing. We cannot do it as a union or one group of people, because if you formulate a group, you only can have 3 people that's covered. So I'm just going to offer the chance for everybody to be
to get it together.
To get it there.
So just come on the 14th, get the information, and you make the decision for yourself as to what your needs are.
Cam, are you coming?
And with that being said, I shall try.
Oh my God. So hopefully we'll see Shani there. Shani, you might be there. You might be. No, she don't like pancakes. Okay. No.
I say this. We're going to send a shout out to all the podcasters. We're going to get that flyer together, and we're going to start sending it out now, because a lot of times what happens, we wait till the week before, 2 weeks before, but we want to put it out there. So every day here on Podcasts, we're going to be advertising Pancakes and Podcasts. We want everybody to come from far and wide. It's on a weekend, so maybe you can just come to the Detroit area for a weekend and come and hang out with us here and see how we get down.
There you go. You said it the best. All right, y'all. In the great words of Kev, okay, that's it. We about to go. See y'all later. Rise and Grind Morning Show signing off. Peace.
Rise and grind.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances, 'cause you